All right. There was a couple things that I wanted to separate out from that stream I did because I wanted to handle the drama piece of it. And now I want to get back into just a little section of this and the irony of how disgusting this is. So I told you guys I would see you tomorrow, but I decided I needed to just get this off my chest all at once. So let's finish it up.
Who's a bad girl now? Who's a bad girl now? Who's a bad girl now? I'm such a bad, bad girl.
All right, y'all. I'm going to rush through this. Sorry, somebody's out here making noise, revving their engine. But there is a piece of this that I wanted to separate out by itself. So you got to hear how she was basically attempting to create lies to weaponize in order to diminish Katie, the mother of a missing child. Well, I want to continue and finish this up right quick because there's another little section of this live stream that I find to be quite ironic. So thank you for joining me. We're going to just quickly get through this because I have other things to do. And I feel really refreshed after the last live. I feel like a weight was lifted off my shoulder. I just don't like liars that lie for no reason but to lie. So we're going to watch some more liars that lie to continue to lie. So we're picking up on the same stream. But this time we're going to go to about the 155-minute mark. So, oh, Joseph, oh my God, I am so sorry that you're so offended. Anyone who spends time criticizing others every chance she gets is a busybody and way too judgmental. Shame. It's shame that you wasted that fucking your energy to even make a comment like that because I call the 1-800 get fucked support line. That's the complaint line. Anyways, carry on. Okay, let's go.
True, but in your little fairy tale world in your head, you had conceived this, and that's what I never understood. The more I dealt with Tony, the more I realized this was about a versus match.
Again, this is from last night, 155-minute mark. They're reviewing Stephen Crabtree. This is the upcoming pieces are some things I wanted to highlight.
More than it was caring about this young man, Sebastian. This became more of about how can we make Chris and Katie look so bad, and we look like we're the salt of the earth, and poor Seth, poor this. And I'm guessing y'all just going to hate what I'm going to say, and I hate to say that, but it's the truth. Do I think Seth did anything to his son? No. But what I will say is I think it is about the guilt me trips and the poor me method that's going on, and it's kind of.
Okay, I disagree with that, and I think that's bullshit. I think that line of thinking is so. I just get tired of it because it's the same narrative from like I hear these same people saying it over and over and over, and it's like if you say the same thing over and over and over to people day in and day out, and you just
beats him. I'm being that true like cyst tick, that embeds under the skin and just kind of works its way further and further. I have a gift of that, so we're back again.
Feel that narrative in their mind. They're going to start believing it. And I feel like that is what I've sat back and witnessed in this community. And so now when you got a man that is devastated and brokenhearted, he's, for fuck's sakes, y'all, excuse my French, but his son is missing.
It's not only his son, Katie's son, Chris' son is missing also. He's got more loved ones than just Seth.
We just hit the 6-month mark. And when he starts crying, they sit there and freaking count his tears.
Weird.
Oh, poor Seth, poor little victim. There he is trying to make everybody feel sorry for him. Yeah, that's real freaking empathetic right there. Let me tell you.
Yeah, I'm about to learn everything there is to know about cranes and go sell me some damn cranes.
Well, and I'm so tired of them saying that, it's about making Chris and Katie look bad. the only people that I've seen make Chris and Katie look bad are Chris and Katie.
And the only person I've seen make themselves look bad is Seth.
Can you please tell me what this man has said? Every day I hear, oh, he has beat Katie. I feel so sorry for Katie. He has just said so many horrible things about her. What did he say?
Are you fucking joking right now? Are we joking? Are we joking here? She is completely refusing to acknowledge anything on the other side. This is called biased. This is called unethical. This is called blinders. This is called whatever narrative her chat wants her to go with, whatever's going to pay her light bills that month, she's going to go with. This is intentional and disgusting. This is why I wanted to point this out. Hey, everybody coming in. Yeah, exactly. Beat him. Yeah, he was in Mr. E's True Crime Cast the other day saying he didn't feel sorry for them at all with what Betty has been doing to them. What? I mean, how many things has he said? So many. And you notice she's intentionally avoided all of Seth's interviews.
I can think of like 3 things.
And for my thing, it isn't even, my dislike of Seth isn't even so much of what he's done to Katie, more so of what he has said about his son that didn't need to be said. That's where that comes from. But those are Seth's own words, and she refuses to even.
Things that the man said. I'm going to be real with you. If I was in the situation he was in, he handles it a lot better than I would.
Oh, bitch, we know that.
I think this case has brought out a lot of big time.
We know that anybody's going to handle this better than you would. You fucking claim the victim when you're not even victimized. You claim the victim over fucking somebody playing your words back to you.
Haters, and I don't understand why there's so much drama when the only thing that matters is to find Sebastian.
Why there's so much drama? This is fucking rich coming from the woman who completely condones T-Rev's fake call-in shows on victims. She defends T-Rev having set up phone calls on minor children and the horrific crimes that happen around them.
This case, unfortunately, has acted as a massive magnifying glass, and it has shown and put a spotlight on people, and it's a case of revelation is what it is. I have learned more about certain creators from this case than I have any other one. People have shown their true colors and who they really are throughout this case.
Really?
It's mind-blowing to me. But the lack of empathy, I think that's the part that gets me the most. The lack of empathy. You know, there was a time where in this community, we could put our differences to the side and agree that no one should have to go through what Chris, Seth, or Katie's going through right now. And that's pretty hard for me to say with Chris, because I honestly...
That's pretty hard for her to say with Chris. Are you fucking joking right now? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Never mind. Pika. No. Chico. No. Rest your jaw.
Don't think that
we got plenty to do. Plenty to do, my friend.
He's bothered one bit. That's my opinion. I have a right to say it. I don't think Chris Proudfoot gives one fuck that Sebastian's missing.
Brittany, but how sick do you have to be to say that? This is why I came back right here. How sick do you have to be to say that? You don't know this man. Just like I don't know Seth. But I have said numerous times that Seth loves his son. Who the fuck are you to say something like that?
Timestamp for the Crane question is 147:21.
All right, I'll write it down.
Before Rocky Lennon bombs the chat again.
147:21. Thank you.
Sorry, Rocky.
That's all right. I don't know how I feel. I'm kind of, I'm not too sure how to feel about this Crabtree guy. I mean, can somebody clarify for me? He came out and said that whole story about going to the cops and them taking him into a room and there being plates of food, like hors d'oeuvres, little snacky things on the table. And then basically they rolled out. Yeah, basically they rolled out the red carpet for him, took him into a room and sat him down, took him real serious and told him everything they know, or just gave him some insider information. That when he said that, I knew it was bullshit. I knew it was. And then, but the thing is, whenever he said all that, remember about the Worshams, and he went in there to talk to him. Supposedly, when he went up to the front desk, she said, "Yes, sir, right this way. We've been expecting you." And
Steven's made many mistakes, and I think he's regretted a lot of them.
they fucking rolled out the red carpet.
Treat
took
him
him
like
into that-
he's
yeah, like
celebrity
he's somebody.
status.
And I knew at that point he was full of shit, and I could tell he wasn't too sharp. You know, I called him Dilbert Dumbfuck, and I still kind of stand by that. That's been my nickname behind the scenes for him.
Dilbert.
Dilbert Dumbfuck. But the thing is like, okay, wait a minute. If everybody is saying, oh, well, look, Crabtree's coming out and speaking against Tony, and see, he's not a bad guy, and Tony was bad and did all those bad things. It wasn't Crabtree. He told that story. He said he went in and then he proceeded to paint this entire picture for everybody of what happened. Tony didn't tell him to say that. Tony didn't. He told us that he went in and did it.
Tony added to the story multiple things.
Mm.
I have that whole live stream.
That's what I don't understand. How can we just erase that and then go back to like trusting him and he's all good now because he's talking shit about Tony? No, man. I mean, yeah, I agree. I think Tony's a scumbag, but I'm not going to forget your whole make-believe story that you told
Right.
about police. Like, we can't just
Yeah.
erase that and move on.
No, that's exactly what I was saying. Take everything with a grain of salt, all of it. And I'm gonna
He's the only one that's taken accountability and owned up to his bullshit.
be honest with you. I do feel like Stephen Crabtree is like, he's a creator, y'all. And I think he's trying his best to appeal to the other side. Quote, I even have to say the other side, but they make it that way.
Yeah. Well, no, I mean, he's into drama a lot more than he wants you to, like, he's backpedaling now. He's basically saying, oh no, it was all, you know, if I had a purse full of fupas, what does that say? I don't have my glasses on.
I love it. She said, if I had a purse full of F's, I wouldn't give one. He's a
my
liar.
God.
Thanks, Emmy.
I have it on by my TV, and so I was squinting. I thought it said a purse full of fupas. I'm like, what in the hell is a purse full of fupas? I couldn't read that.
Ben
They're still stuck on the fucking word fupa.
Ben has came bearing gifts, you guys.
Aw.
Benjamin Nielsen George is bearing 5 gifts.
Do that voice and say, yes, sir, right this way. We've been expecting you about the freaking
Yeah.
police.
Yes, Stephen, right this way, my dear. We have been expecting you.
We
Just roll out the red carpet.
prepared
Right?
a tray of Mexican hors d'oeuvres for your refreshment.
That is why Ben didn't like it over here, because nobody gave a fuck about Ben and dropping money. We could care less.
Yeah. Would you like
Well,
some
because
tea
it's
and
not.
crumpets? Would you
Man,
like some tea and crumpets?
he's just a drama queen, just like the rest of them. Next, you're
Here
fired.
we go. Cheerio.
You're fired.
Fired.
Mhm.
The only thing I understand about this guy is he's working with and feeding video and information to the mob crew. So now it makes me wonder,
Oh
is that
no.
information fact or
Wait,
fiction?
hold on. What? Wait a minute. This is
The guy on the
source?
screen right now is local to Tennessee. He's a
Oh my
Verizon
God.
person, and he was in the neighborhood, and he has like inside skinny for stuff.
No. He was supposedly inside the damn police station and had inside information there too. Get the F out of here, Crabtree. Come on, man. You can't do round 2, season 2 of
Where's the proof of that? Where's the proof that he's feeding all this information?
Bullshit Island. No, get the fuck out of
Is
here,
this
man.
real right now?
Yeah, that has me questioning everything that the mob crew is saying, which kind of bums me out
Where's
because I thought the mob crew was onto something.
I gotta wait till his live is over and watch him on like 2 times speed. 'cause
Okay, that makes me really sad, guys, because honest to God, like especially anything that involves the actual case. Oh, Jesus.
See, I swear, mob crew said tonight, this guy that's on the screen right now works for Verizon, and he does stuff with people's security and internet.
Yeah, he's a line
in that
worker.
in that neighborhood, and he has the inside skinny on like a camera that was up the road, blew up.
No,
That doesn't
Oh my God, the fucking stories that they come up with.
work. And all this stuff.
no, that sounds like the Crabtree special
And there is a lot of stuff that needs to be corrected in the mob crew videos.
right there.
Oh,
That's
no.
Yeah,
And that does sound right because I have seen Crabtree's TikTok, and he is up on like a pole, like a line worker. I thought he was a line worker, but that makes a lot of sense. Real quick, shout out to Bob H. And Benjamin Nielsen George. You guys, thank you so freaking much, for real. Bob H just gifted 10 memberships. Guys, if you were gifted from either Ben or Bob, please tell them thank you. Y'all are the best. I appreciate you more than you know. It means so much. Thank you for the support from both of you guys. I appreciate it. And those of you that were gifted, welcome to the green tea.
Hey, Bob H. I would say you can come up on panel, but we don't want to make you turn off your air conditioning. So
We love Bob. Dolly is at home. Yes, we announced that earlier. He is at home, hopefully resting. I saw a post from PJ where she said that
Can you get to the
she
point?
had to go to work and leave him today. And the last time she had left him, he almost died. It broke my heart. I was like, bless her heart. She's probably got a form of PTSD from this.
wait. Was he at home alone and she was at work when it happened?
I guess so. Maybe it was
Oh
early.
my gosh, that would be
because
so
she said
sad.
the last time she left him. So I guess so.
Brittany.
Um,
Detroit Rock City said, Nana, tell Brittany Trooper's mom is trying to tell her about him. Read her chat.
all right, hold on, guys. It's hard for me to scroll
know.
back. Let me see. Hold on.
I don't get on all the time, so I don't see it, but I'll try to find
Trooper's
it for you.
mom.
I'll try to find it too.
Yeah, because I don't know why I did this. I put my everything on my phone's in dark mode. So I changed my StreamYard to dark mode today. And everybody who's green, I wish I could show you how hard it is to see your name now. Like the green is not bright at all. It's dull and it's
I
like
wonder
kind of
what-
blending in.
Kind of like
I
your
wonder why you were ignoring my ass in chat all night.
No, I wasn't ignoring you. All right. As soon as I find your comment, I'll read it. Let's keep going, guys.
ridiculous. I think we have to look at things a little bit different. The mob crew done a phenomenal job on breaking down, you know, the lights and showing that it was no trash truck. That those were actually flashlights or lights from phones that were in those yards. Not to mention, you can see the tail light of the vehicle and how it backed up mysteriously to come back out instead of driving around into the roundabout and back out. None of it adds up. Now, a lot of people still think that Chris and Katie have something to do with this, and I'm gonna be quite frank, I just don't see it no more. You know, at the very beginning, I was very opinionated. I was hardcore. It was them. The more, you know, actual factual stuff that would come out would show me otherwise. And there is no probable cause to suggest that they have done anything. And that's the whole part about this. I think a lot of people forget to use common sense. When it comes to Tony, you know, Tony doesn't care about that stuff. Tony's client is a
Common sense. We have a kid who disappeared in the middle of the night, allegedly. The middle of the night is what we got to work with.
we don't know what time he actually disappeared. That's factual though, but okay.
There's no scent. There's no scent. Therefore, there's no evidence. Common sense, Stephen. No evidence to support that this kid walked out of his house. We have, to our knowledge, no proof that anybody came to that house that night. You have two Morkies, ankle biters. Chris Proudfoot himself has said in an interview that if someone walked into that house, those Morkies were in a spot where they would see them. I don't know about you guys, but I
It's been pretty apparent that nobody's claiming that somebody came in the house.
have had little dogs, and I can tell you, they
Idiot.
bark like a mofo. And I heard those Morkies bark on interviews that Chris and Katie have gave. So, or given. So let me guess, we're supposed to believe that somebody somehow came up into that house in the middle of the night with two Morkies and pulled a 15-year-old boy out of the bed and took him out without ever waking Katie Proudfoot up.
That's not what he said at all. Not what he said.
That's
I mean,
me using
you
common
know,
sense.
we wouldn't know because the police came out there and took the parents' word for it that he walked out the door, and they know for a fact, even though they didn't see it and she was sleeping, they just went off of her word and chose not to do any kind of forensics. So
Forensics were done. Again, this bitch has been, this Emmy bitch, she has been in every fucking live stream where people have talked about this. How can you still be this fucking stupid?
that's what, like, Nana, when you were talking about starting a law the other day, I was
Mhm.
thinking, you know, that's something that we should start, is that make it so that anybody under 18, like a minor, when they're called in, regardless whether they're called in as a runaway or they're called in missing, whatever, if you come out there and get the parent's account and he's not either A, caught on camera, but pretty much that's it. That's the only way, because they could say they saw him. But if you go out there and he's not seen on camera, there's no proof right then and there from the parents, like, okay, show me your ring camera that he walked out. Like, if you don't have that, then they should treat it forensically. They should have done what they did in Madeline
Oh my God, what a fucking idiot. Are these people idiots? Even Nick Barris has said forensics were done. Holy shit.
Soto's case and say, we're taking over your house. You guys got to go stay at a hotel, leave your vehicles, leave your electronics, go stay at a hotel. And while we clear this, and then we'll let you know. That way, just in case, they can even like pitch it to him, like, you know, just in case somebody broke in and kidnapped him.
The phones were downloaded the first day.
And we need to preserve the evidence here and see what's going on. They could make it seem like that, you know, so that they don't think you're onto them or suspecting or anything like that. But they needed to do something like that. They needed to do forensics right away.
These people have watched the same videos over and over and over again, over and over and over again, over and over and over again, and they still are stuck on stupid. Okay.
I think any child under 18,
Yeah.
FBI should be there on the spot and treating it as maybe a runaway, but with a criminal case, and look at all aspects.
Oh my God.
That's my opinion, and that's what I'm going to fight for. So anyway, I found Trooper
Nana's gonna write a bill. Nana's gonna get bills passed.
Mom's
Yeah.
message. She said, Nana's Dragonfly. He's a local criminal. Ellie would never talk to him about anything.
Yeah, we know that Ellie didn't talk to him.
But she's saying he's a local criminal, so I guess it's
I
good to look
remember,
in.
yeah, I vaguely remember somebody looking up his background, and he had like something writing a bad check or something. It was something minor. It wasn't that. I don't remember what it was, but I do remember. I think somebody JLR, I think, looked him up.
Yeah.
But
No,
regardless,
I will work into this. I'm very passionate about this.
I would love
and
to see you pass the law about the FBI getting involved, but I know that may be really hard to obtain because they're going to tell you that there's too many missing kids. They don't have the resources. But it seems fairly obtainable that we could make a change where whoever responds to the call doesn't take the parents' word for it, and it should be that way across the board in every state. It shouldn't be, oh well, Florida, they kicked them out of the house and immediately started doing forensics before they discovered, because I've been listening to Grizzly and her deep dive on there, and I paid attention because that was everybody's arguing point. They're like, well, that's because they saw the pictures on the phone, and that's why they did. No, when they were telling him, Stephen Stearns, about they were taking his house and his car and their phones and all that, that's when they took his phone to get into it to find the pictures. So at that point, they had not yet seen the pictures. Their stories just weren't lining up. So they should have had their spidey senses on like that in Tennessee and thought, I don't know if I'm going to trust these stories. Give me your house, give me your cars and your electronics and get the fuck out of here. We'll let you know when
They took the electronics. They were through the house, multiple dogs. Within the first few days, there was over 12 dogs in and out of the home.
we're done. And if
Forensics were
you're
done.
cleared, you're cleared. And then it would have been like day one, you're cleared. Okay, now let's see if he ran away. Why would they? Let's see if he ran away first based on no evidence. Let's just trust the parents here. And then 6 months down the road, oh, maybe we'll start looking into it now. Man, that you just did it ass backwards and it's all, you lost your chance. You should have been doing forensics right
FBI has been assisting from the start.
away as soon as they, day one.
But one thing, Emmy, that
Why
you
go on
said,
forensics?
These idiots have done this nightly, every single night for almost 6 months now. And we're still stuck here.
yeah, one thing that you said, they're not going to get involved in this because there's too many missing cases. Well, that's the reason they need to get involved. There's too many missing children. And most of them, when they find out,
They don't need FBI to come out there and do the forensics. They
there
can
was
have
criminal.
they can
Yeah,
have
there
the, they can have the forensics team come out there and anytime a child goes missing and is not caught on video of him leaving on his own, instantly they should look and see if a kidnapper broke in the window and stole him. Boom, that's forensics. Let's dust it. Let's light it up.
Wow.
They didn't do it.
No,
That's
they didn't.
interesting, Teely.
So now everybody is required to have cameras.
That is very interesting. Mob crew just met Stephen today. Lord have mercy. Okay,
Yeah.
well, I don't know. Mob crew's doing a good job.
I can
Right,
respect him. I respect his like mapping and his overlays
Mob crew got a bunch of shit.
and his car stuff. But if he's going to start, going down the path of, Team Crabtree, I'm going to take what he says with a very
Sama, 100%.
tiny grain of salt.
Mm-hmm.
Brittany, look at the back chat.
Okay, let's see. Hold on.
I just couldn't believe that.
Ginger girl, are you saying that JLR is setting up Terry Lynn to ruin her search? That would be awful. She's done a ton to help find Sebastian.
Terry Lynn's also the source of you're throwing a fit the other day about him not being at work. Terry Lynn was the source of that misinformation getting put out there. She sent that to Jay and Jay just put it publicly, but that was Terry Lynn too.
I'm not sure like what's going on, but I respectfully ask everybody to please. I want everybody to be respectful in chat and respectful of the panel guest. We're all here to share our opinions and thoughts and ideas, and we can all be adults and talk about these cases respectfully. So I'm asking politely for everybody to please be respectful to everybody.
They didn't do, when they went in there, they did thermal imaging, like looking to see if they could find him hiding in the ducts or in the attic or something, as if he's, can fit in there. He's probably too big. I don't know. They were looking
Right.
for him hiding.
Not only did they check the house, but within a few hours, I would say under 8 hours, they had a fixed wing aircraft up in the air. If the fixed wing aircraft couldn't get to something, they sent in the FLIR system. If the FLIR system couldn't get there, they sent in drones. If the drones couldn't get there and identify what it was, they sent in horseback and ATVs. I mean, they did extensive searching.
In the house.
Wait,
But-
who? What?
What?
I'm sorry. Kenna B in chat says he has a receipt that Seth wasn't at work on his lunch break.
I timed her out because she was making everybody in chat mad.
He can't leave the jail. That is you can't, when you're working in the jail, you cannot go outside for lunch.
And they would
I mean-
absolutely have proof if he did leave.
Look it up. I mean, look it up before you say these things. They are very bad.
The woman that you were just defending, saying she's done so good, was the source of that misinformation. Okay.
And they have badges that they have to scan in, scan out when they're leaving. They can't do that.
Well, you
Yeah,
got to understand that when Mob says that his sources is a neighbor, he could very well be talking about Crabtree because Crabtree lives right the hell there, like right in, I think he lives in Gallatin. He's like right there locally, like Sumner County local. So he
Yeah,
could
but-
consider that a neighbor.
I do want to be clear too. Don't nobody get upset that I like Mob. I think all of us do. He's doing a good job. And I wouldn't hold it against him. I mean, you only know what you know.
Yeah.
So I mean,
You only know what you hear. It's
I'm
not
gonna
you
tell
know
you-
what you know. You know what you hear. So vet what you hear and find out if it's what you know.
Voice.
Because a lot of people are putting a lot of things out there. So I'm going to have to look into this and find out if it's really true because, you only know what you hear from other people.
Kind of like when you were stuck on stupid that Betty hadn't been arrested even though she was being booked. Okay.
I don't know.
Miss
Just me.
Mr. E said Seth got the FBI involved again. Thank you, Mr. and Mrs. E. That's what the bleep I always say. Yes.
Seth did not get the FBI involved. The FBI was involved from jump.
First of all, I said I'm gonna go through the numerous things that make it unfreaking the most illogical thing that he would be guilty. Number one, let's go through it. Number one, this man.
Seth started a petition for the FBI to take over the case. The FBI was already involved in the case, assisting, and that's that. They've been around. Oh my God.
Was about to get his son permanently.
Oh.
Seth was getting what he wanted already. He didn't have to take him. Proudfoot was hell bent and determined to get that kid out of his house. Okay. So
Oh, really? Really? And you know that how?
Seth was already going to get him. Number two, the man was at work at a prison one of the most controlled places in the United States of America, where there's cameras
Technically, it's not a prison. It's called a jail.
everywhere. So if anybody's got a rock solid alibi, there you go. Number 3, this man has pled with law enforcement to bring the FBI on from Jump Street. A person that's guilty
The FBI was involved from Jump Street, you fucking idiot.
is not going to beg law enforcement to up the ante in the investigation. 4, an innocent man, in my opinion, would never in a million years verbally refer to themselves as a suspect.
Even though people do that all the time.
A person who's guilty is going to do everything in their power to run from that title, not claim it. And number 5, he would not be doing everything in his power, begging law enforcement to do everything they can to investigate him and clear him so that he could get more resources on the case.
He already knows from Jump that he wouldn't be cleared until the case was closed. And there's that.
Yesterday,
I have a feeling that because of what happened with BHB and going to jail and all that, like the Sumner County was probably feeling like that was the crescendo, like, you know what I mean? Like it was of the social media involvement and the drama and the fuckery going on. It reached a boiling point to the point where they're like, oh my God, like they were already probably thinking it's crazy with all the involvement and they knew how big of a case this was and how it's blowing up. But with that going on, and now there's restraining orders happening and, you know, slander happening and accusations of corruption. And I'm not saying anything against BHP. I'm just saying they see that. They probably watch it and see it going on. And it's just like a whole huge Tetris game.
I swear to God, there is no brain cells left in my head trying to even, where the fuck? And these bitches have been reviewing this from Jump.
Piling up all the way to the top. And that they might have either FBI, they might reach out to FBI and been like, look, this kettle's about to blow, dude. We've got
You are, did he? Yep, makes total sense, huh?
restraining orders involved now and everything. Come on, help us out, do something. And that might have been, in a way, what helped. So you can't say, oh, it wasn't because of BHP. That, and I'm not saying that because she went to jail, the FBI got involved. No, but it could have created a whole mess of chaos. Just the compilation of all the restraining orders and all that craziness happening at one time that caused it to reach a boiling point to the point where a moderator had to step in, essentially. You know what I mean?
you know, I also want to remind everybody too, one major thing that
These people call themselves true crime, but can't even follow the details of a case.
people continue to leave out of this. Seth passed the polygraph test
Here we go. Here we go.
by a top polygrapher.
For Nancy Grace.
Nancy Grace she didn't go get some hotshot polygrapher, you know, for $200 a pop. He was freaking a very knowledgeable, seasoned polygrapher, and Seth passed his polygraph test
First time he fell asleep.
with flying colors.
And we don't really truly know because it was done for a TV show.
He's actually the only one that we've heard an actual confirmation that he took and passed one.
Oh, really? Chat? Anybody remember that even Seth's mom came out and made a comment and a post about passing polygraphs?
Seth said his phone. I'm in here. Come lay on the couch. Seth said that his phone was in his. Seth said his phone was in his truck until he got off work. When he got to his truck, that's when he found out Sebastian was missing. Yes.
And he very well could have, on his lunch break, maybe it's an hour long, I would go out to the truck and use your phone and eat a sandwich in the car. I mean, that's what if I wasn't allowed to have my phone, I wouldn't be sitting there in the break room reading the ketchup bottle while I'm on my lunch break. I would probably go in my car and play on my phone, you know? Like
I would 100% be out in my vehicle on my phone. And I don't smoke or anything. I'd just go out there and have to have my phone.
Yeah, that was probably what it was about. And he wouldn't have gotten the notification of Sebastian missing at that point, because if his shift was 7 p.m. to 11 a.m. or what? No, I'm sorry.
The fact of it is nobody, the parents, and this is why I continue to say this, there is not evidence to even claim that the parents in any way, shape, or form, any of them are involved. But we're just stuck on stupid and twirling the same fucking bullshit over and over again and twisting things up over and over again. So now Seth is the only one because he took one for Nancy Grace, even though Katie took multiple for law enforcement and passed them. But yeah, okay.
11 p.m. to 7 a.m. Then maybe his lunch break was at 3 in the morning or whatever time, and it just coincidentally happened to be the time that the video was taken, supposed trash truck video, blah, 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 whatever.
And it's still currently an open investigation, not a criminal investigation. And if somebody failed the polygraph, things would have changed a little bit. I have a feeling. This is people who claim they're true crime creators. Okay.
And that just happened to be when his lunch break was, and he went out there to use his phone, but that doesn't mean he left and did something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So someone in chat is saying CP and KP passed their test. So where have we seen the proof of that? Show us the proof.
Oh my God, are you fucking joking? Because Nancy Grace's fucking TV show didn't say it?
Never got any confirmation. That the only thing we have is Chris's word that they passed their test. Law enforcement never said they passed their test.
The only word we
Nobody's
have
ever
is
said it.
pass,
Yeah, Dahmer passed one.
pass.
Yeah.
But I didn't say who passed. Passed. That's what we heard. So can you take that as they passed? I would.
They're inadmissible in court in the long run, anyways, and it still doesn't matter. Sebastian's not home, and no one's been named as a suspect.
If I'm law enforcement, I would consider Seth a fail. How? How can you consider him a fail if you don't even know what the questions were on the polygraph test?
Because somebody outside of law enforcement gave it?
Okay,
Well,
what we have seen. Yep,
Go ahead.
says to be fair, we haven't seen proof of Seth's.
Oh, yep.
We have him taking
Yep, and they're trying to be common sense.
one for TV, which is known for false results. If we really want to play that game, we have Nancy Grace saying he passed. We have Nancy Grace giving a full interview to the polygrapher who gave him the test.
And it was for a national syndicated TV show. Okay,
We
cool.
have the polygrapher saying
Oh,
telling us multiple questions on the test, and he said Seth passed every one of them.
Yep.
I mean, that's the polygrapher, the guy who gave the polygraph test.
oh my God. Why are we stuck here? Why?
But whenever anybody has asked, like Nancy Grace, for example, I'll use that as an example. When she asked Katie, "Have you taken a lie detector test?" She said it verbatim, those words exactly. "Katie, have you taken a lie detector test?" Question mark. And she said yes. And she's probably not lying. She probably has taken a lie detector test at some point in her life and passed it. You need to say, "Have you taken a lie detector test pertaining to this situation with Sebastian?" Because you can't leave it open like that, because you know how they are. If you say,
Oh my God. Are you fucking
"Have
joking?
you taken a lie detector test?" and they say yes, with their fingers crossed behind their back, they're technically not lying because they've done one before in their life.
Sorry, guys. I wanted to come back and close this up tonight because I wanted to get this part of this stream in. I wanted to point out just what a fucking bold-faced liar she is. But this is the whole bullshit stuck on stupid that I can't with. The twists and turns and the flip and the flop, and it's like a fish fucking out of water.
We have zero proof. I'm sorry. We have no proof at all that Chris he refused to take one for Nancy Grace after he said he would. And then he claimed that TBI was going to test him. We have no proof at all or confirmation from law enforcement that the guy ever took a single polygraph test. We have no confirmation that Katie did. You can say Chris and Katie said it, but that doesn't make it. Chris also said that he didn't, the freaking CPS call wasn't because of the belt, even though he told us originally that the CPS call was from the belt. So,
Oh my God. Where? What? How?
I mean, he also said he took a polygraph test and passed it when he hadn't took one at all. So I don't believe nothing that comes out of that man's mouth.
And
Y'all
somebody said,
act like their words are gospel.
No.
well, they're saying, so you're saying Seth's mom is lying? I'm saying that, put a 1 in chat if you have a mother-in-law that likes to exaggerate and embellish and tell stories. Because in typical mother-in-law fashion, you know.
Yeah, it's not Nancy Grace. It's the polygrapher himself on the show.
Yeah, he was the
So,
retired.
but you are going to go 100% willing to put money on it yet that Chris and Katie took one based solely off of their words. Y'all act like Chris and Katie are Moses and they don't lie.
What? Where does she get this
It
shit?
is crazy.
I have a question. If there
That's there is contention between Robin and Katie. Robin came out and made a post talking about all of their polygraph tests. Robin is Seth's mom, adoptive mom.
an ex-mother-in-law, are they still a mother-in-law?
Oh my God, you know what I mean? Robin said
They're freaking holding
Sorry,
people to your every word.
I know, no, I'm not mad at you. I was thinking,
Firefly, I do not blame you. When I heard this, I was like, oh, I just want to bang.
I was eye rolling at everybody's comments like, she's not the mother-in-law anymore. Look,
Trust me, I'm listening here.
she's like the typical mother-in-law. My ex-mother-in-law,
Yep, does so good trying.
okay, was the same way. You always would sit there and she would tell you all these stories and you were kind of like trying not to roll your eyes, but can they go off.
Y'all, they're sped up to 1.75 too because I can't.
And she sat there and pulled over CJ and was telling him about, she had video of Chris taking down signs and all that shit. And so Robin has done some embellishing in her life, you know. And so no, I wouldn't believe.
And she says that her son told her that, Emmy. She said that her son told her that.
Seth's mom. No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't believe Seth if he told me that he took it and I didn't see the proof.
We still didn't see.
I don't believe word of mouth. You know.
This is regular speed.
Well, Audacity, I see you said if you're Morky,
Is an ankle biter your Great Danes or elephants? And I guess your Great Danes are elephants, love.
They are, man. Those things are huge.
Holy shit.
Those
All right.
Marmaduke, those big old Great Danes, those are huge.
So now Morty's
know.
don't bark. Like, come on, guys. Y'all are literally
I
disagreeing
gotcha.
just for the sake of disagreeing at this point. Like, I honestly feel like I could.
You all are the problem. The chat is the problem. You all are disagreeing. Not because it's misinformation that they're putting out here and stuck on stupid, but it's all you're just trying to argue.
Say that the moon is freaking white, which it's white, and you'd argue that it's blue.
They
It's
also
kinda-
believe the Earth is flat.
Don't go there. Oh my lord. Don't get them started.
I'm gonna keep going.
Yeah, we're the flat earthers. Okay.
Essentially Seth. It's not Sebastian, it's Seth, and his job is to protect Seth. See, what a lot of people didn't understand is the reason why Tony couldn't work with Chris is not the fact that he didn't try, it was the fact that, you know, the little contract that you have to sign pretty much says everything goes through Tony, and that's ridiculous if you ask me. I mean, these are the parents of the child.
Joe, 100%.
Why do you need to be
Hey, everybody coming in, by the way, too. Sorry, I'm just trying to get through this. I want to go watch Burnt Toast in a little
the
bit.
forefront of everything? We constantly see this uphill battle, and you know, Tony will go out and try to depict why he doesn't do this, or he's not doing that, or these text messages ain't fake, man. All of us have them. Now, I don't understand why some of these people will not come out
Okay, watch this.
and just say, hey, look, this is what happened. Sometimes you have to wonder, are they still a part of it? And that's my
Hey,
question.
Kels.
You know, it's like, it's okay
Hey,
to
Janice.
put it out there. Like, if you are showing the evil in this world, and you know
I actually had a great therapy session, and she told me, get this off your chest, Becky. So I'm getting it off my chest.
that you have a good heart, then don't worry about repercussions when it comes to showing proof, right? That's the problem I don't understand. Instead, you have his little minions constantly going around. They talk about myself and other creators constantly, but yet for what? What does it matter? You know, I've waited for a while to do this video, and what I would say is like me addressing the Tony situation and why I would step away. I was never team Tony, team Seth, none of that. But what I
For anybody that doesn't know me, when I hold things in, like when I let them brew, it comes out and just like I can't deal with it anymore. I'm not good at holding back and like holding my tongue on anything. It just eats at me. And this is the shit I can't handle. We have no proof that Katie and Chris or Seth are involved in Sebastian's disappearance. That's factual. But you heard her lie in the beginning, make a complete fabricated lie so she could shame Katie. And then she carried on to do this.
trying to do was work with them. It was the fact that when you started using me as a fall guy and you started, you know, using everybody as this like system to attack others, that's when it becomes problems. Like, because why should it ever in any case, and especially a 15-year-old missing child's case, be an object of, you know, consideration of being like, hey man, we need to attack other creators because they have differences of opinions. And, you know, that's just how it is.
I actually am coming to like Steven. I think he's owned up to a lot of his shit. I think there's still a lot. I think his heart's in the right spot though.
It to me seems like a bully method, and that's exactly what it is. When I tell you that I took the fall from them text messages in that video that day, and it was crazy to me the amount of supportive messages I would get saying, hey man, he just used you as the fall guy. And rightfully so, he did. I mean, when I go back and look at everything, because he was damn determined not to even admit anything about the text messages, that those came from somebody else. It was made to look like it came from me also. Or the countless other things that he would say, including the image I would post. See, what nobody understood is that I would not post that image until 2 weeks later. I had done talk to the sheriff's department, everything. I never heard anything back. All I needed was a simple they went. I didn't get that. So I would post the image to see what everybody said. And if you went to that live, you would hear me say, I don't think it's Sebastian, or I don't know if it's Sebastian. I'm not saying it is. There was a tornado that went through the same area. It could have been from the homeless camp, from all I know, because there's a homeless camp that was right up the street that would get hit. So again, assumptions will always make an ass out of you and me, but you know, what do I know? I'm just, you know, some little dude on the internet that, you know, talk to shit, I guess, whatever you want to call it. Again, I could say this a million times, and I'm sure y'all are going to nitpick stuff, and it is what it is. I know this. My run-ins with him, I'm not his fall guy, and he put words in my mouth, and I'll forever stand to that. I have seen things from this man. I have text messages myself, people's text messages. I mean, this man is manipulative, and he is a true narcissist. It's funny when the kiddo, the kiddo calls another kiddo black or something like that. I don't know how that expression goes, but it's funny how he would call Chris that, right? And yet, the shoe fits. Kind of strange to me. But at the end of the day, one of the things I will say is, you know, despite all the BS surrounding it, it's a damn shame that Seth, Chris, and Katie can't work together. And it's only because of him. And it's solely because
It's not because of him solely, sadly. There was a lot of creators involved before Tony came around.
of him. Got nothing to
Brittany, you need to
I'm
check your email from Busby.
All right, I'm certainly going to disagree with that part right there.
Here we go.
Whether Tony Mathis was around or not, Chris and Seth and Katie would not be able to work together. That stems far beyond Tony Mathis.
It does.
I'm going to have to disagree with that. Chris, from day one, sunk his claws into everybody and has tried to control the whole entire situation.
How? Prove it. No, he hasn't.
Can we get rid of this guy?
So apparently there's a
No, he hasn't.
video that's out. They're trying to say Seth was in the parking garage. Or what? God, here we go. Seth, now they're trying to say he wasn't at work.
That's your buddy Terry Lynn.
I don't even know.
Look at her willful disregard of where this shit is coming from.
I mean, did he park in the parking garage?
I don't know. I have no clue. This will be fun.
Right, Duchess?
I messaged you. I sent you an email back, Busby.
Just wait until you hear what she says about these text messages.
I saw it about 15 minutes ago and emailed you back. I mean, yeah, I guess I'll go ahead and end it. I don't even know if he said anything else important.
And
Yeah,
exactly.
I think his hands are bothering everybody. I was laughing because Nancy said, I don't like this guy in his hands.
See, I don't understand this. I really don't. It's
Oh.
frustrating as hell. Okay. My whole point was, oh my God, y'all are still on. Okay. Katie took one and she passed, for the love of God. That wasn't my point.
What was your
It
point?
wasn't about Katie or Chris taking a lie detector. I was
What was
talking
it?
about Seth taking one and passing.
Oh,
I don't think that honestly, like, there's any hope. And I hope that these creators see what the hell they're doing
oh, she hopes that it's, this
by going live every single day
going live every single day. Oh,
and just continuing to push this hate mob. And
continuing to push a hate mob.
they're the biggest freaking hypocrites of all, because
Biggest fucking hypocrites of all.
they sit there and they talk about how it's not about Sebastian and it's all about the drama when they're the ones that do the drama every day.
What?
Come out and put out new screenshots after more screenshots to keep things going.
Oh,
Mr. and Mrs. E, hold on,
Oh.
I'll drop you the link to it. It was on YouTube. It's on YouTube. It's called
oh, it gets worse.
The Real Tony Mathis, and here's the link to it.
Just
I
wait.
just got completely
This
aggravated
part
with it.
coming up.
My cliff notes from
Just
in case
The part coming up is my favorite.
anybody missed the entire abomination today that was Tony and his screenshots. The most important takeaways from it are the TikTok girls admitted that that was indeed his penis, and they worked with him to cover it up and say that it wasn't, and he admitted it. So,
But where's the proof of that? That's
What?
still that's
Well,
still
no, it was
whole
like-
shit that bothers me. Is like,
yeah,
there's
it was
no-
just conversations between him and TikTok girls. That's it. It was
He makes it so fucking easy, and people wonder why I call her low hanging
that's all it
fruit.
was. But,
is that really him? That's my problem.
oh,
Because-
I'm just glad I never saw it.
So who else's peen is that?
Here's where my frustration comes in, and obviously I'm no fan of phony Tony. I've made that abundantly clear. But
No fan of phony Tony, but listen to what she's about to say.
here's where my aggravation comes.
Tell us where that aggravation
Yeah.
comes from.
You put out screenshots, and Clue is the only person I know that can do this, and nobody calls the shit out.
Oh,
She can come brandish screenshots
brandish screenshot
a messenger chat
of a messenger chat. Okay.
and can show you all these messages and claim they're Tony, but there's no evidence. She never once showed.
There's no evidence. Meanwhile, Tony's motherfucking ass sat on your goddamn panel and admitted that those were his messages. And he said every one of those words. You can't make this shit up.
Those receipts to prove that it's who it is.
I have no idea.
That's the
Tony was on her phone. Somebody take the wheel.
problem.
Well, she had a phone call. It was like a recorded phone call between Tony and
Now the
some girl.
call, yes.
That's when they were talking about the penis, and he admitted.
What? Tony said on her panel to her that he said every one of those words. There was just context missing.
It. So that was the I have a hard time because I could give less of a shit about Tony and his TikTok teenagers or whatever, but you know that was the one good
Oh.
silver lining from today is that we got a verbal confession of Tony and his penis. So that was
She don't even have to look at the message. Tony admitted it to her on her panel when she was like, "So those weren't your message." He's like, "No, I told you."
entertaining.
Okay, I'm gonna get off this subject. I want to say something. Britt.
well, go ahead. But when you're done, I need to do this real quick. So go ahead.
Everybody talking about the polygraph. Okay, what have we all said from the very beginning? A polygraph test doesn't mean anything in court. The polygraph test, if you take it, means more to us than if you didn't take it.
Oh, okay. Now we're putting other qualifications in there.
And Seth has proven that he took it,
Oh,
and KP and CP have not proven that they took
Oh.
it, and that's what matters. Did you take it or did you not? It doesn't matter if you passed, if you failed. It doesn't matter in court
Fritz, do you want me to? I can. Absolutely, I can.
that they're not going to accept that in court. It's did you take it or did you not?
Kels.
And can you prove it?
So here, I'm looking at, and obviously I can't show you because she'll strike the shit out of me. And she's a known striker because she struck Savage. So I know she will strike me.
She's a known strike.
I'm just going to read it to you. But she shares a post that says, "New contact name, Tony Mathis." To me, that's weird. But anyway, it's a clip or a screen. I'm sorry, it's a screenshot of a messenger chat, and this is supposedly Tony. This is allegedly Tony. It says, "No one should ever."
I shouldn't laugh, but this fucking shit cracks me up watching them spin circles.
Have to go through that. The man should be put down. Take that experience and use it for good. You won't have everything standing in line to damage you. So he said something should never happen to you in your childhood, or what happened to you in your childhood.
These are the messages from Barbecue Lady.
Is sickening. This is allegedly Tony arguing with one of the women from his chat. It says,
you know what else she has? She has voice recordings of him and her going back and forth.
What happened to you in your childhood is sickening. No one should ever have to go through that. The man should be put down.
Ooh.
Take that experience and use it for good. You won't have everyone.
Grits, do you want me to? I can absolutely do that.
Standing in line to damage you. And then he says, "This is your last friendly warning. If you continue to mention my name when I haven't mentioned yours, your feelings will be hurt to a point that you won't soon recover. I told you in a friendly way that only a tiny part of your checkered past has been revealed. Allow me to focus on helping a grieving father, or force me to put you firmly in your place. It's your choice." And then the person says, "You guys are pathetic. Talking about my daughter, I'll give you a tour of my trailer and yard tomorrow, so you can stop running your mouth about my house." So hold on a minute. I'm going to find this phone call and I'm going to play it. Give me a second. Y'all hold on just a second. Oh, here, let me go ahead and get these super chats real quick. So there was kind of a phone call to back this one up. I'll say that with just pretty much the same conversation. Samantha Joy, thank you so much for the super chat. She said, "Brittany, law enforcement would have made Seth #1 suspect from the beginning if they couldn't vet his alibi from the beginning. The simple fact that people are trying to convince us otherwise is beyond ridiculous." I'm telling you, it's all these freaking creators putting that shit out there.
It was Terry Lynn messaging Jay for Justice. Jay for Justice finally outed it. That came from Terry Lynn, your buddy.
Y'all are absolutely right, Samantha. If he went off the clock suddenly and all of that crap, y'all, do you think law enforcement would keep saying that there's no signs of foul play? There's nothing to support foul play. It took them
oh my God. And oh my
6
God.
months to even put up a reward and even remotely speak as if it's anything other than a runaway. Ben George, thank you so much for the super chat. It is no wonder Tony isn't talking to Chris Proudfoot. Can you imagine? That wouldn't be like Rock'em Sock'em Robots. That would be like oh my God. I got to read that right. He said, "Could you imagine? That would be like Rock'em Sock'em Robots." Oh my Lord. I don't even know. I don't even freaking. He claims they had a conversation and it was they cussed each other out. All right, give me a second, guys. I'm going to find this phone call real quick.
Oh, my head hurts.
You know, you can't. None of us know 100% anything. So
no shit. Come on. Is there anything in here? Let's speed it up even more.
I don't know. It doesn't bother me. I mean, I know everybody's different, but I'm reading the chat, and you know, everybody has their opinion. So if some people look at it from this way and some people look at it from that way, you know, you can't. None of us know 100% anything. So we can't be like, "No, you're wrong," and they can't tell us, "No, you're wrong." We're all in the same boat. We're all going off of very little information. So everybody's allowed to do with that what they want, and whatever they feel in their heart is what happens. They can think that, you know.
Holy hell.
Until we all know the truth, nobody will know for sure what happened. You know what I mean?
This is like watching a Mensa panel.
And Mohawk Mom, yes, Chris has court tomorrow, but I know BHB.
Okay, we got the best part of it anyways. I'll clip that part. I've got the recording. That's all I wanted to show you guys, though, because she is so fucking bothered. She's so bothered. Can you tell? She just took her stream down. She's so bothered by her incorrect information and stuck on stupid once again. You're welcome. I could do the whole pull it. I don't even care at this point. They are insufferable. They are insufferable, right, Crafty Girl? Like, how do you get stuck on stupid this bad? How do you watch the same videos over and over again and still get stuck here? Bye, Joe. It's over, thank goodness. I know. She's so triggered with all of her lies. Coffee every time. Every fucking time. And she knows I download this shit before I even come live with it, but I just don't even care because it's just still stuck on stupid. Tony admitted that he was in these groups. Like, it is what it is. Catherine, well-deserved. She can pity party it all up. But Yeah, absolutely, Terry. They continue to review the same things. They're not making accusations. They're not defending anybody. They're not lying about anything. They're just stuck on stupid. Completely stuck on stupid. All right, y'all. I wanted to finish that out with you guys because I wanted to show that part of it right there. What? People were restreaming in real time. Like, you know how Facebook, or not Facebook, YouTube and TikTok work. If you're restreaming something, you can't add an overlay. Did you inspect his peen really close? Did you get your magnifying glass out and, oh, that's not it. I can't tell. I don't know whose peen that is. Like, I'm going to need to see better proof. Are they going to do forensics on that? Like, what the fuck, man? This is what I don't even. And she wonders why she gets reviewed. Seriously, people. She wonders. Sam, am I right? But at the end of the day, here's the part that pisses me off. They continue to diminish everything that Katie has said. They continue to re-victimize Katie because she's not a perfect victim. Nobody's going to be a perfect victim. While they defend shit like Tony, what? Oh, Erie, she's not talking to me, you guys. Somebody just said she's not talking to me. She's calling them dumbasses. She's one of the good ones. Yeah, zero revival. There's part in there, one of the streams that she talks about her fake accent. Basically, I don't remember how she words it, but she says something to the effect of, her voice changes and stuff. And it's like, have you heard yourself? Right. SS, right? I mean, crazy shit. Yeah. Duchess, we're good. We're good. I love how protective you guys are. All right. I'm out. Yeah, and it's disgusting. It's totally disgusting. Right, Pika? This is just wild. Wild to me. And being stuck on this stupid shit with, yeah, Allie, it's really, oh, yep, Revival, she did that too. Yep. Yeah, it's just wild to me. Well, now she's trying to play the butter up to Seth thing because they got mad about the whole, yeah, you guys are good. Harry's good. Harry's good. She ain't calling me a dumbass. Well, even if she was, it's okay. Yep. Bumpkins. Yeah, it's just been crazy. It's been crazy to see. But she has to posture herself because now she's lost Seth's approval because she don't like his spokesperson. It's crazy to me. Crazy. All right, y'all. I'm out. Now I am truly out, but I had to get that off my chest because that just bothers me when people are so stuck on stupid and it's at the expense of a victim's family. Like they are willing to overlook, and you notice everything is everybody else's chat, everybody else's channel, everybody else is the one that's responsible for all this stuff. It's never them. She is never a part of it. Yeah, true. Immense. Oh, speaking of Mensa meetings, John QQ has been going on Mr. E's True Crime. Let me tell you what. Oh, Nash Native, I can't, because especially reviewing that shit, this is like brain numbing. All right, Burnt Toast is on. I will see you guys over there. Bye, y'all. Thanks for hanging out with me. Oh, no, Duchess, you're fine. You're totally fine. You guys, she'll be fine too. She knows that. She knows you guys are protective. She'll be good. She'll come back laughing. All right, bye, y'all.